Proshop was founded 35 years ago. We're basically the forefathers of golf retail in South Africa. We've got stores located around the country, big superstore size stores. Back in the day, you would find that most golf retail took place on small shops which were on golf courses. So we were the first to really take that concept from Europe and America and bring your big box golf retail to South Africa.
And obviously through that process we became an established household name, and after kind of 6 or 7 years we probably had 30 or 40% market share of all sales in South Africa, and we progressively grew it from there.
Our flagship Woodmead store is probably in the top 3 biggest golf shops in the world. So we've got 2 levels. Upstairs we've got clothing, accessories, all that type of stuff, and downstairs is where you'll find all the golf clubs and custom fitting studios. So it's probably the most advanced golf shop in the world, and like I say, probably in the top 3 biggest golf shops in the world. Back in the day, we would produce all of our tickets centrally. So the merchandise team would come to us and they'd say, look, we've got a new product coming in, or we've got a product which is going on promotion. We would then take that info and brief it into a design studio, and they would then design a ticket from scratch using some sort of design program like InDesign or Illustrator. That would then come back to the marketing department, where we would proof it, spell check, all that type of stuff. It would then go back to design, where they would then obviously revise it and prepare print-ready artwork. The artwork would then go off to a printer who would print it. Printed tickets would come back to head office, and we would then distribute to each store. So what we found was that process was taking anything from a week to 2 weeks, and if a store for whatever reason lost their ticket or it never went up when it arrived, we would pretty much start that whole process, from reprinting it to getting it back to head office and obviously sent to the store. So it was massively time consuming and at the same time a bit of a waste of money.
Well, you want to try and create stores that have a uniform look. And obviously you're trying to create stores that look professional. And I guess if I think of our business, we went through the kind of underdeveloped mama papa to the advanced mama papa, and then to the low-grade corporate, mid-grade corporate, and finally we've been inching our way up into what I would call a high-grade corporate retail environment, which is a store where your customers walk into that they feel is immediately professional. And that means that it's properly merchandised, it's got a decent selection of product, it's neat, clean, tidy, nice lighting and all the rest of it. So your hygiene factors are in place, and then obviously your signage supports that. And if your signage is disconnected or doesn't have a strong corporate look, then inevitably the store gets marked down by the consequence of that. Signage is incredibly important because, signage, it communicates everything that you're trying to get across to your customer about the displays you put in place.
With the revamp of our Woodmead store, the main objective was to take what was already a good shop and put it on an international level. So the main objective for us was to produce a store in South Africa that would stand up against the best in Europe and America, and then to take it one step further, which I think is what we did. So how Episys played a role in that is obviously it allowed us to standardize our tickets across the board. So for the first time you'd come in and you'd have one style of ticket, one look and feel. And also there's nothing worse than coming into a store and some of your signage holders are empty. So I think Episys played a big role in that revamp in terms of getting our price ticketing up to an international level.
Well, the advantage of the ticketing and signage has given us the flexibility that we need, so we can put any text and any image and any price message in one format, which we can use anywhere across the store. So the advantages are for us substantial. Not only can you obviously do the image and the text and the price, but you can also do just the text, or you can do just the image or just the price. You can do whatever you like. So you've got this enormous flexibility, which certainly wasn't available to us before. So if I went into stores, you would see some signs that were obviously corporate, and then you'd see a sprinkling of signs where the store had put their own particular item on markdown or their own particular message up, and it just didn't match. So we now have the ability to match it, which is obviously important. So what Episys has given us is the flexibility of creating this uniform signage, but regionally based and even store based. So, and that undoubtedly for us it's just that extra step towards becoming a professional retailer, or becoming the absolute retailer that we want to become.
What I really liked about Episys was the fact that it's a real-time solution. Within retail, especially if you're going to be competitive when it comes to price matching or running promotions, it's very important that you're able to change the prices to reflect any price changes as they happen. And that's what I most liked about Episys, was the fact that when a change happened at head office, we could immediately see that price change on the shop floor. It also shortened that whole process. We no longer had to have designers working on designing price tickets for us. It was a case of one person could sit remote at head office, create the ticket, send it down to the store, and know that within a matter of minutes that could be printed out and displayed. Episys has cut our design time by about 30 hours a week, and probably our delivery time by 4 days. Like I said, it's instant. Once we send it, stores print it and put it up. So it could be anything from a minute to 10 minutes, whereas back in the day it could be anything from 3 days to 4 days. And that's just the delivery of the ticket. If we went into the whole process of designing a new ticket, that would take, like I said, probably about a week or two to implement at a store level. The implementation from an IT perspective was minimal. I think whenever you look at launching something that involves some system or software, IT guys normally cringe, and it's the same anywhere. But even taking that into account, it was a seamless experience. We've gone from probably having 60%, or if that, probably about 50% ticketing efficiency, to now having 99 to 100, if not 100% ticketing efficiency. Back in the day, you'd walk into our store and it was quite common to find a lot of price ticket holders without the price ticket. A set of golf clubs could cost anything up to 10,000 Rand. So if you've got one set of golf clubs on the shop floor and it doesn't have a price ticket, how many customers in any given day would walk past that product and not take any notice of its features, benefits, let alone the price? So I think for us there was a major risk of, if a product is not priced, there is a higher chance of us having a lost sale. And I think in the short time that we've been running with Episys, we found that that's no longer really a problem. Our price tickets have everything from an image of the product to the price to the saving, icons reflecting gender, handicap, swing speed. We've even got the logo of that particular brand as well as a Proshop logo. So there are a lot of elements on our price tickets, and all we do at the end of the day is we input all that data onto a spreadsheet. We then upload it to Episys. Episys then goes off and looks for all those different elements and positions it onto the ticket for us ready to print. So what Episys now allows our stores to do is change the size of that ticket and not the information, but change just the size of the ticket to suit their particular environment. So it's made life a lot easier when it comes to having a good solid link between price ticketing and merchandising.
Retail has to become, or has to evolve into infotainment, because if you look at what's happening with the internet, and if you look at the quality of messaging and the quality of communication that people can get on the internet, retail stores are going to have to up their game in terms of, point one, the quality of communication, and point two, the whole digital information entertainment experience. And it's something that we're grappling with at the moment.
It's really important for us to have as much information on our tickets as we do. Buying golf clubs can be quite an intimidating experience for people because it's very technical. So coming in and being able to look at a product and then look at the price ticket and say, right, this club will suit my game, it'll suit my level of ability, it'll suit my swing speed, is important for customers. And if the ticket's not there, you potentially losing a sale, and the guy could buy that club, go play with it for a couple of weeks, find out that it's in fact not right for his game, and then bring it back to us, which obviously affects customer service levels. So it's highly important for us to have as much information as possible on our price tickets. The benefits of having Episys on a web browser is that you can access it from anywhere. So as one of the guys who maintains a spreadsheet, I can do it from anywhere. It doesn't matter if I'm in the office or I'm out on the road doing store visits. I can upload that sheet to Episys and know that stores can print them. And then on the flip side, stores can print tickets from wherever. It doesn't matter, they don't have to print them from the back office anymore. The guy can be upstairs printing them. So it's a massive benefit to have it on the web browser. From using the system myself, I thought 9 out of 10 times people are going to be able to log on and be able to use the system, after kind of playing around with it for a few minutes. So we went the route of putting together a brief manual on how to use it, your basics of how do I print a ticket, how do I change the size of a ticket, all that type of stuff. And people at store level just seemed to pick up on it quite easily. And I think it was greeted with a sense of relief. I think it wasn't one of those things where you implement it at store and everyone goes, oh, it's going to make my life more difficult, or it's going to give me more work. I think they more than anyone had that need for something which was going to make their lives easier. So when it launched, guys were willing to get involved and print the tickets. The service from Episys has been great. It's a stable platform. I don't think I've ever logged on to Episys and been denied access, for example, or found that the system was offline or any matter like that. We as a company, we strive and focus heavily on continuous improvement. It's pretty much what drives us daily is how can we take what we did yesterday and improve on it today, and then take it a step further tomorrow.
But what you're trying to create is a place that's exciting, that's bright, and that's moving, and that's interactive and agile and all those kind of good things. And you want a person to walk out of your store saying, wow. And you can't do that with a flat, standard merchandised, standard communicated experience. You've got to do more.
We're looking forward to working with Episys ongoing, and we look forward to whatever they develop and give us the opportunity to implement in the future.